welcome to week 9. This is after the show, behind the scenes, after dark. This one was probably very much after the dark. Our Q&A
Yay.
on week 9 for our topic, glorious sex.
Glorious
So
sex.
Q&A, question
Q&A.
number 1. Are
go.
you ready?
I'm ready, baby.
Are you ready, Jenna?
I'm ready.
All right. Question number 1. I am abstinent and have been my whole life. I am struggling with loneliness, depression, confusion on my purpose. I want to focus on my purpose, but right now, the loneliness and sexual desires are so loud in my soul, I can't focus.
Completely understood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for your comment. It doesn't seem like it's a question, but thank you for your comment.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll just start by saying the struggle with loneliness, depression, and confusion surrounding purpose is completely separate from sexual desires.
I agree.
I think they can be conflated when we are in a space of depression and confusion.
Yeah.
And we feel like one sexual desire will help us find comfort for the other.
Well, because when you have sexual release, you even outside of God's design, when you have sexual release, you actually get a level of comfort. You get all sorts of good feelings and hormone release. And so sometimes we do start to use that sexual release as a coping mechanism in a way that's not helpful.
Yep.
And then again, it does get conflated. And so we get tempted to see them as the same thing. So I'm with you. I see this as separate.
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to be clear that I feel like for this person, the struggles with loneliness, depression, and confusion are separate from the sexual desires. But again, in a space that's very, very lonely, you're feeling both of them very, very loudly in your soul based on your words.
Yeah.
And you can't focus. My prayer is that you, and I say this so much, I hope I don't sound like a broken record. You need counseling. You need a person to talk to. You need a person to unpack this with. This loneliness, this depression, and this confusion is only loud in your soul because it hasn't been released out of your mouth. And the moment you can put a lot of what you're feeling into words and really appropriate and separate what you're feeling, then what is loud in your soul begins to die down in volume. So that's what I have to say.
Yeah, I'm rereading the question while you are speaking to me, and I am, you said you're struggling with loneliness, depression, and confusion on my purpose. I'm not sure if maybe the question wasn't reiterated properly. I'm not sure, but it seems like maybe you need a friend. I don't know, but it seems like maybe you just need a friend. I'm not saying a sexual friend. I'm just saying with the loneliness part. Loneliness is a thing. Depression is a thing. Confusion is something else. These are all 3 different things.
This is complex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's several things here. And then I want to focus on my purpose, but right now the loneliness and sexual desires are loud in my soul. So it's really, I'm struggling with loneliness, depression, confusion, and sexual desires. That's what it probably should read. And so, yes. And I think if many, but not all, could actually be addressed, or talked about, I think with loneliness, well, what can we do to fix loneliness? Let's start one thing at a time.
Yeah. Okay. So loneliness is, so emotions are all inherently morally good. So let's start there. Loneliness tells us, it's a signal that tells us that we need connection, and it gives us the energy to be known.
It's good.
And so if you're going to feel and answer it appropriately, you're going to go let yourself be known. That could be with a friend. It could be with a group.
Yeah.
It could be with a counselor.
Yeah.
It could be in community.
Yeah.
So there's lots of options there, but
you're
that
just not by
is
yourself.
The appropriate answering of loneliness.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes, specifically with loneliness, that is an emotional signal that I think a lot of people like to answer with something else.
Yeah.
And then it stays unresolved because unless you have opened yourself up to be known, you have not resolved the loneliness.
Right.
And a
Right.
lot of people will do other things like get angry and push people
Right,
away
right.
or go do something or get busy
Yeah.
instead of going, oh, loneliness tells me I need connection and it gives me the energy to be known. And so that's how I'm going to use that energy.
Right, for sure. And sometimes if you're lonely for too long, you can sink into a depression,
Yeah.
you know,
Yes.
where it just kind of all it rolls together. They're different, but it can roll together. And confusion, you know. So now I would need to know, well, what are we confused about, right? And then
Yep.
that's different from now sexual desires. It's a different part of the body.
Well,
right.
And I
So
do think that some people, and I don't know anything, we don't know anything
We
about the
don't-
background of this
we
question.
don't. Yeah,
I
it's
will
just
say
blanketed.
it's not an uncommon conversation when you have learned to connect and get
For
your
sure.
connection sexually. It's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have learned to do that,
Mhm.
sometimes we slip into feeling like that's the way I need to do that. And so if I
Mm-hmm.
can't scratch that itch in the same way I always have, which is through like a sexual experience, then I'm thinking I can't connect.
For sure.
And so, and actually, I would make the challenge that unless it's within marriage and the way we talked about today, that learning to scratch the loneliness itch outside of sexual experiences
Yeah.
would be a good place to start.
For sure.
It's good.
Good,
Yeah.
good, good. Jenna, thank you. Thank you for your question.